Well, I hope everybody's ready to bunker down for a few weeks. And on a serious note, they're saying that the supply chain will not be adversely affected, and any bare shelves you have seen or heard about in the grocery stores are in the process of being restocked. So don't freak out because there's not a food shortage. It was just from the panic buying. And in this time when the public needs the media more than ever in the last decade to be informed about these important issues, what is CNN doing? Are they interviewing doctors, nurses, and experts on the supply chain to ease people's anxieties? Of course not. They're giving airtime to Anthony Scaramucci, who famously worked at the White House for 11 days before getting fired for his obvious incompetence. Anderson Cooper wanted to get his assessment on how the president was handling the situation. Of course, MSNBC didn't want to be left out, so they brought him on to air his grievances about the president like a jealous ex-girlfriend.
The next thing that the market knows, and people are really starting to figure this out now, is that Donald Trump is the virus. At the end of the day, what he has done is he's affected and replicated through the executive branch, and he's destroyed the crisis management elements of the executive branch that we need right now, not only here in the United States, but globally. And again, it's a national tragedy born from one person.
Yes, you certainly would know, having worked in the White House for less than 2 weeks before getting fired. Then the mooch took to Twitter to blame President Trump for the stock market dropping, instead of the fact that businesses around the world are closing their doors for at least the next 2 weeks. The Washington Post's fake conservative Jennifer Rubin tweeted out, quote, "Trump sunk the market again." Yes, it's all his fault. It has nothing to do with the fact that mayors and governors across the entire country are ordering businesses to close for the next few weeks, like dine-in restaurants, movie theaters, gyms, etc. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez told everybody on Twitter to stop going out to bars and restaurants and eat at home instead. Stop spreading corona. Poor girl can't make up her mind because just a day or so earlier, she was complaining that people weren't going out to eat.
Honestly, it sounds almost so silly to say, but there's a lot of restaurants that are feeling the pain of racism, where people are literally not patroning Chinese restaurants. They're not patroning Asian restaurants because of just straight up racism around the coronavirus. So,
yes, I'm sure that's it, honey. Oh, and let's not forget that back in January, CNN was upset that President Trump's Corona Task Force had too many white people on it. The task force is another example of the Trump administration's lack of diversity, they said. This Los Angeles Times reporter got upset that President Trump wore a USA baseball hat at one of his press conferences, which is available for sale on his website. We get it, Chris Majarian. You don't like the United States of America. After President Trump revealed that his task force was working with Google to create a new website to monitor the situation, little Brian Stelter went on CNN and said that the president was lying.
The country is being misinformed. I think it's fair to say the country is being lied to about the small pilot program that they're implying is going to help the entire country starting Sunday or Monday. I am sorry to say it will not help the entire country on Sunday or Monday.
I'm sure you of all people would be in a position to know. Oh wait, what's this? Google's new website went live on Monday.
I don't know where the press got their fake news, but they got it someplace. But as you know, this is from Google. They put out a release, and you guys can figure it out yourselves and how that got out. And I'm sure you'll apologize. But it would be great if we could really give the news correctly. It would be so wonderful.
I'm sorry, sir, but with all due respect, that's way too much to ask. YouTube said they're demonetizing videos about the corona situation, but after some big backlash, they said that they were going to allow some approved channels to monetize those videos. After YouTube darling Philip DeFranco complained about his videos being demonetized without even tagging her in the tweet, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki replied, saying, "We hear you, and there will be an update on this tomorrow." Yes, anything for Philip DeFranco and the Young Turks. As for the little people, however, YouTube issued this update on their blog, saying that because of the workforce being reduced due to social distancing, they're going to start relying more on the algorithm, and, quote, "As we do this, users and creators may see increased video removals including some videos that may not violate policies. It goes on to say that they're going to be burying more content from the search results, the homepage, and recommendations, and taking down more people's live streams. This sounds like fun because if there's one thing I could use in my life, especially now, it's more demonetized videos. So for the next 2 weeks, you can get 20% off any of my shirts from markdice.com by using the promo code CORONA at the checkout. I'm trying to avoid saying the Iris Vey word for those of you who understand Pig Latin, so I hope we can slip past the algorithm and get this video monetized. But there is another Iris Vey out there, and it is spreading, as you know. It is liberalism. So if you want to save 20% on your liberalism Find a Cure shirt, head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below, enter the promo code CORONA at the checkout, and check them out.